and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of a rough morning, just FYI. Thus, I am really late. And in fact, watch, I bet I have the wrong thumbnail. Yep, I sure do. Holy smoke-a-ronies. Well, let's fix that. That's crazy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. And welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where, you know, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. I'm struggling today. I got home really late, and then I had computer problems right off the bat. And so hopefully this is all going to work. And we're going to be getting a truncated version of the show today because I can't stay late, not too late. I'll do my best. So, anyway, hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let's say hi and get us going because I want to talk about this guy. He's back. Shady's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Holy shit. Why are they bringing that turd back to CNN? Well, because this is CNN. Anyway, let's say hi. Good morning, Avocados Diablo, who is obviously the first person here and gets the bell. Also, good morning, Kara Soldier, Mike Savage Blarg, JB's in the house. Good morning, also, Ravon Harris, what up? Good morning, Tex AG 007, Lord Stanhope's in the house. Good morning also to Jonathan Peterson, making a live appearance. Love to see it. Also, hello to Green Badger Outdoors and Zed the Snarky and Somnambule Nation. This thumbnail should read, Mr. Potato Head strikes back. Yes, Mr. Potato Head is back at CNN. We'll get into it. I don't have a whole lot on the docket today either, so we can kind of, we'll do more chat kind of stuff today. I have articles open, but you know, whatever. So, just leading the day off, first, I have a celebrity birthday today, and it may be one you like, maybe you don't like. I know she's been so popularized and so just ubiquitous that it's almost like she's basic. Oh my God, I'm gonna get ripped for calling Beyonce basic. Wait a minute, what the hell? Happy birthday, Beyonce Knowles. Does this even work? It's not, of course. See, I got to get it right here. There we go. Now, happy birthday, Beyonce Knowles. That's not Beyonce Knowles. Who's that? Beyonce, the singer, dancer extraordinaire. Some think she's the greatest thing since bran muffins. But she is talented. She's a good entertainer. She can dance. She can sing. And she's married to Jay-Z. So there you go. That's happy birthday, Beyonce Knowles. That's all I'm going to say about Beyonce. That's it. Interesting thing trending today on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. You may or may not see Park Tavern trending. Now, Park Tavern is an establishment here in the Twin Cities. It's technically in St. Louis Park, but you know, when you say the Twin Cities, most people, if you're somewhere else in the country and someone asks you where you're from and you're from anywhere in the three or four ring suburbs of Minneapolis, you say Minneapolis or you say St. Paul, but most people say just I'm from Minneapolis. So it's a ring suburb of Minneapolis, a first ring suburb, St. Louis Park. And it's trending because of a tragedy. I'm not even saying kind of a tragedy. So this jackhole in his name Steve Bailey, 56, is charged with 2 counts of criminal vehicular homicide for the Park Tavern crash. He had a blood alcohol content of 0.325. Dude was hammered, and he ran into a patio at the Park Tavern, and I think he might have killed 2, injured 9. That was as of yesterday. Someone here says now he learned of a 5th victim of Sunday night's situation in St. Louis Park. Someone who worked at Park Tavern, and she leaves behind 3 children. She and a man who was an ICU coordinator at Methodist Hospital both died. 3 other Methodist ICU staff members were gravely injured. So there was some people from the Methodist, one of the hospitals here. They were hanging out on the patio at Park Tavern, and this guy, just his car rammed in through the patio wall, and unfortunately took the lives of some people. And I mean, it's just a sad situation. So really, for people, just remind you, look, don't drink and drive. But this guy was not just drinking; he was hammered. And some people are calling it murder. The murders at Park Tavern in St. Louis Park aren't just about DUIs. This is also about a deep problem. Oh no. Okay, let me read you this. I'm going to read this just because this is so Minnesotan liberal to write this. So Minnesota liberal to write this. The murders at Park Tavern in St. Louis Park aren't just about DUIs. This is also about a deep problem with white men.
You're fucking a white male!
And I am one. In 2024, 90% of those incarcerated for DUIs were men. 66% of those were white men. Greater than 50% of those DUI jailed are white men, but only 41% of the population. You know what's fascinating, though? Not in Minnesota. Minnesota is probably 90% white men. Let's see. He made a threat out of this. This is an absolute fact. We in the U.S. have become inured to this excessive violence. 40,000 deaths per year in auto accidents, and about half of those involve impaired drivers, yet no street protests or even demands that our legislators do anything about it. Well, look, they do things about it. They arrested the guy and charged him with murder, and they've changed drinking driving laws over and over. I'm not sure what this asshole wants you to do. It's terrible. We are all the problem. In my 75% white neighborhood, almost no drivers adhere to the 20 mile. Okay, this is a Karen. Holy shit. 20 mile per hour speed limit. Few drivers actually stop at the stop sign in front of the church with a school for children. Drivers accelerate on yellows to run red lights. What legislation is needed? Well, that means we need to get rid of all vehicles, period. That end of story. That's the only way to do it. Take away all people's vehicles. This guy, now look, I'm laughing at that thread. But anyway, this guy apparently has had multiple DUIs too. So anyway, it's very sad. We were trending here because of that. Now, looks like, thank you, Avocados Diablo, by the way, for sponsoring the show. Avocados Diablo, you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Dropping 2 small bullets in the tip jar for a total of 446, and you are the leader on the leaderboard. You are leading the leaderboard. Here is a present for Beyonce's birthday. Okay, let's see. Oh no. I'm hijacking the show for this one for sure. What? That's okay. That's definitely gonna be it. And then Avocado Diablo also says, maybe you don't name your name Park Tavern, and people won't try to park in it. Oh God, that's terrible. Okay, that's funny, but that's not funny because people are dead. thanks to someone trying to park in the Park Tavern. Wait, what the hell did I do there? All I want to do is pin this. There we go. There we go. Now, if you would like to be the superstar sponsor of the day, all you have to do is beat $4.46 so far, because that is the superstar sponsor of the day. There you go. All right. Don't park in the Park Tavern. Park Tavern is, by the way, is a kind of a fun place. It's a bowling alley. It's a tavern. It's a bar. It has a beautiful patio. It has bocce ball outside. It has, they have a kind of a music venue there. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. It's a nice place in St. Louis Park, although the patio is probably maybe blocked off for a while, but who knows. Other things in the news. Let's see, Park Tavern. Greta Thunberg's in the news. Greta, you know Greta, right? Greta Thunberg. What's her name? That little dummy from whatever. Wait, where is it? I can't find my little Greta thing here. Why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. No, that's gotcha, bitch. Yeah, where's Greta? Did I remove Greta from the soundboard? Or am I just having a boomer moment? I think I am. Oh, because I'm looking for the wrong thing. So you're supposed to be... Well, what the hell? What happened to Greta? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. That's definitely not Greta. You gotta be kidding me. Oh.
How dare you?
Finally! I thought it said Greta. It says how dare, not Greta. Anyway, Greta Thunberg's been arrested again because she's protesting the plight of the Palestinians, and so Greta Thunberg was reportedly arrested in an anti-Israel protest in Denmark, blocking the entrance to a Danish university which cooperates with Israel for the development of new green technology. Now, isn't that interesting? Greta's out there protesting a university trying to develop green technology, and isn't that what she wants? She wants the earth to be cleaner and greener and all that shit. These left-wing extremists never care about the environment. Their real aim is to promote their own shit ideology in the world, and if necessary, put them in jail. They are no less than terror. Okay, that's someone's editorial comment. Hello, patio furniture and ridiculous. Oh, wait a minute. You're a ridiculous moon enthusiast. That's a whole new name. You're still a lunatic to me, though. So anyway, she was arrested for blocking the Danish university which cooperates with Israel for development of new green technology. This is not a parody. So good for Greta. She's out there making a scene. Now, let's see. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna come back to Brian Stelter. I really do. We're gonna talk about Brian Stelter later. Let's go. I'm gonna go to this this article in the that AD sent me. Apparently, one of New York Governor Kathy Hochul's aides has been charged with acting as a Chinese agent. Another one? Oh my goodness. Former aide to New York Governor Kathy Hochul was charged on Tuesday with secretly acting as an agent of the Chinese government in exchange for millions of dollars in compensation and gifts, including meals of gourmet duck. Oh my goodness. We love us some gourmet duck. Linda's son and her husband, Chris Hu, 40. Oh, she's 41, he's 40. Pleaded not guilty to criminal charges before U.S. Magistrate Judge Peggy Kuo in Brooklyn after being arrested Tuesday morning. Federal prosecutors in Brooklyn said that while working in state government, Sun blocked representatives of the Taiwanese government from meeting with officials and sought to arrange for a high-level New York state official to visit China.
China is asshole.
In exchange, Chinese government representatives allegedly arranged for millions of dollars in transactions for Hu, who had business activities in China. Prosecutors said Sun and Hu used money to buy a 2024 Ferrari Roma sports car, as well as property on New York's Long Island and in Honolulu worth about $6 million, prosecutors said. So this isn't just a couple million here and there. They've been making a big bank off of the Chinese government to interfere in, I guess, activities by the Taiwanese peoples. Other gifts, including Nanjing-style salted ducks prepared by a Chinese government official's personal chef and delivered to the home of Sun's parents. Wait, I sure hope that the government official's personal chef was cooking it here, because it'd take a while to get that shit to the United States. Jour was not accused of any wrongdoing because her office didn't know anything about it. It's kind of like Dianne Feinstein's driver, who was a Chinese agent. Anyway, her office fired Sun in March 2023 after discovering evidence of misconduct, reported Sun's actions immediately to authorities, and has assisted law enforcement throughout the process, a spokesman for the governor said. So, well, okay, I'm going to give her credit for that if she actually did all that, and she's okay. Kua ordered Sun released on a $1.5 million bond and Hu on a $500,000 bond. Their next court appearance is September 25th. Our client is understandably upset that these charges have been brought, Sun's lawyer Jared Schaefer told reporters after the hearing. The spokesman for the China's embassy in Washington did not respond for a requested comment. Well, yeah, because they're the one paying her the millions and millions of dollars. What did she do for millions? What did they do for millions and millions of dollars, man? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, liquor store only made $9,000? It's a laundromat. Okay. Her husband's liquor store made $9,000 profit last year. That's all? Huh. Oh, she worked for both. I see what you're saying. Somehow they had $2 million homes on like $130,000 income and a Ferrari. Yeah, I guess somebody figured it out. Because why are you living that large if you got a liquor store? Liquor store. I'm code switching some liquor store shit. All right. Thank you, AD. Thank you for that article. Also in the news, Mike Pence is in the news because, well, he says he cannot vote for. Am I frozen? Oh, no, we're good. He says he cannot vote for Donald Trump. Someone made this. The Kamala people are very happy about this. Here's Mike Pence on Fox News, the recent appearance. Although this was a few days ago. I don't know why this is just popping up now, but anyway, here's Mike Pence talking on Fox News.
Come as no surprise that I will not be endorsing Donald Trump this year.
Okay.
Look, I'm incredibly proud of the record of our administration. It was a conservative record that made America.
I'm incredibly proud of the accomplishments and conservative record of our administration. He didn't have to endorse Trump. He doesn't have to. Neither does John McCain's son. The McCain family's very anti-Trump. We've known that for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna let you finish.
More prosperous.
And in honor of Beyonce, I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had the best administration of all time.
More secure, and saw conservatives appointed to our course in a more peaceful world.
So all those things would be reasons to vote for Trump, but he's not going to. And I understand it because there's probably certainly some pressure on him from certain circles for him not to appear to want to vote for Donald Trump.
But that being said, during my presidential campaign, I made it clear that there were profound differences between me and President Trump on a range of issues.
Did he have a presidential campaign? What year is he talking? Is he talking about 2020 or 2016? Okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
And not just our difference on my constitutional duties that I exercised on January the 6th. I mean, as I have watched his candidacy unfold, I've seen him walking away from our commitment to confronting the national debt. I've seen him starting to shy away from a commitment to the sanctity of human life. And this last week, his reversal on getting tough on China and supporting our administration's effort to force a sale of ByteDance TikTok.
Why do you think he did that? Why do you think he had that reversal on that before we go, sir?
Well, I can't speculate on it, but what I can tell you is that in each of these cases, Donald Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on during our 4 years. And that's why I cannot, in good conscience, endorse Donald Trump in this campaign. But let me say one last thing.
Okay, let's see if the next thing he's going to say is that voting for Kamala Harris would be far worse. Right now, you have two realistic choices there, Mike. You got two realistic choices, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Now, you could go and vote for write-in Vivek or, vote for Dr. Cornel West in some states or Jill Stein, but those aren't exactly conservative choices either. I get what he's saying, though. Trump has kind of moved away from some of the conservative positions that they governed under when he was with the president the first time. And I wish he wouldn't be doing that. And as far as fiscal responsibility, well, they're all fucked because we need to get them all in line. And the only thing I think that maybe could do that is if you start paring down some government agencies. But who knows if that's going to happen? But please, what are you talking about? Now, I can understand not endorsing. Let's see what his next line is, because he was going to say, that being said, being said, look, Republican primary voters have made it clear, Martha, who they're for in this election. What I'm going to spend the rest of this year on is talking about what we should be for, and that is the broad, not a bad idea, mainstream conservative agenda that's defined our party and always made America strong and prosperous and free.
Well, understood. I got 2 seconds, but who are you going to vote for in November?
Well, like most Americans, I'm going to keep my vote to myself. But
he's going to vote for Trump, but he's not going to endorse Trump.
Would you vote for President Biden?
I would never vote for Joe Biden, but how I vote when that curtain closes is.
See, now remember,
that'll be for me.
And there you go. See, that's how old this is. I knew this was old, but somebody decided to post this today like it was brand new news. He ain't voting for Biden because Biden is not going to be on the ballot anywhere. In fact, I'm surprised Kamala Harris will be on the ballot anywhere because she missed some deadlines to be on the ballot in a few states. But I'm just saying. Anyway, that's why Mike Pence is trending. A lot of people are posting that particular interview now. And also, I think Trump said something about the way Kamala treated Mike Pence was terrible in that debate or whatever. It'll be interesting to see the debate. What up, Cannon? How you doing, Cannon? What's up? And Shrapnel's in the house. Cannon's here, though. Cannon. And I see Selected Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Good morning, my friends. All right. Am I done with trending stuff other than Mike Pence? Let's see. What's this one? Oh, Chip Roy's trending, too. Representative Chip Roy is trending because his... what do they call it? The SAVE Act. They've attached the SAVE Act to the next budget bill, and so now they think maybe Democrats are going to try to avoid voting for this budget because of the SAVE Act. Chip Roy's claims. Here's an article. Chip Roy claims voters care more about election security than a possible government shutdown. I wish they could shut down the government for a year, as far as I'm concerned, as long as they had the little automatic payment checks and shit. Texas Representative Chip Roy on Tuesday said voters care more about whether elections and the border are secure than whether the government is heading for a partial shutdown. Congress is expected to reconvene in Washington next week, where one of the top priorities will be pushing through funding bills in order to avoid a shutdown. The lawmakers will have just over 3 weeks to reach an agreement or pass a continuing resolution that will give them additional time. Roy did not indicate whether he would support allowing a partial government shutdown in order to secure bigger legislative victories, but said his priority was on keeping elections safe. He says, my constituents want honest elections. They want a secure border. They don't really give two flying shits, I think he used the word, they have it abbreviated here, about government funding. Roy told Fox News, I'm not going to play the shutdown game. The press wants to make it about a shutdown. Democrats want to make this about a shutdown. Our point is pretty simple. We are offering to fund the government, all manners of sin, by the way, in that government. We are willing to do that, but these guys need to make sure our elections are secure. So that's why Chip Roy's trending, because I believe he wrote that. But now, as I also go through Chip Roy's X feed, there's a couple other interesting little clips here. I was going to play this clip yesterday, Kamala talking about how, Brazil shutting out X, whatever, in Brazil seemed to be a good idea. And she's like, this is wild with her saying this. Listen to this.
He has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that
she's talking about Elon Musk and X. He has lost his privileges and should be taken down.
you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
So anyway, she's
lost his privileges and
she
it should be taken
thinks
down.
it's the
And
government's
bottom line
job
is
to
that
regulate what people say online. So anyway, that's Chip Roy. All right, let me get to the main topic, which is Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter's back. Apparently, This is CNN is going to rehire Brian Stelter, the media analyst whose job pretty much came about originally at CNN because he had a website where he basically did nothing but bitch about Fox News. And so Brian Stelter is coming back to This is CNN. Here's a Breitbart article. Brian Stelter will return to CNN as chief media analyst. Yes, the potato head is back. Brian Stelter will return to his home network of This is CNN as chief media analyst 2 years after being let go amid his reconstruction phase. Stelter announced on Tuesday that he will be returning to the network and will be helming the Reliable Sources newsletter. Remember that? That was his show, and then he had a newsletter too. Yippee. He announced on Tuesday that he'll be returning, blah, blah, blah. I am returning to CNN in a brand new role as chief media analyst. I'll be appearing on TV, developing digital content, and once again helming the Reliable Sources newsletter. Later in the thread, Stelter described going through a change in his media perspective and vowed to be different. Wait a minute. Vowed to be different? Does this mean you will only talk about Fox News now? He said, I am coming back to CNN with a fresh perspective. See, I've always scoffed at people who said getting fired was the best thing that ever happened to me until it happened to me. After 20 years as a news junkie, I changed my media habits. I tuned out for a bit, and I was incredibly lucky to have time as a stay-at-home dad. I'm sorry. I'm just scared for his kids. In the hours when Sonny and Story were at school, I tried on a variety of other hats. Most of them didn't fit because my head's too fucking big. I embellished a little bit there. Where is it? I wrote for 20 plus outlets and learned about the ups and downs of freelancing, and I experienced the news more like an everyday consumer. In doing so, I learned a whole lot about the attention. I learned a whole lot about the attention economy. Okay, I learned a whole lot about the attention economy and the information ecosystem. So this time around, I will be different because I am different. You got that right, Brian. You are absolutely different. Holy shit. Brian Stelter exited CNN in 2022 as controversies engulfed the network in the wake of the former CNN president Jeff Zucker stepping down after he did not disclose a consensual relationship he had with CNN's executive vice president and chief marketing officer Allison Gollust when it began. It was a rare privilege to lead a weekly show focused on the press at the time when it has never been more consequential, Stelter told NPR at the time. So there you go. Brian Stelter is back. Yep, fucking ye. What was that amazing disgrace? You said something, rest in peace who? I saw it up here somewhere. Paul Harrell? Let me think. Paul Harrell. Oh, is he that actor? Let me see here. No, Paul Harrell. Oh, gun rights activist. Oh, wow. I had no idea. Gun rights activist Paul Harrell has died following a battle of pancreatic cancer. You know, it's wild. I'm looking at, okay, so here's some articles I just pulled up on Brave. Here, make the left side there. Some articles I pulled up on Brave, just looking at Paul Harrell. And the only... As I scroll down here, Paul Harrell from Tribune.com, PK, whatever that is, Distractify.com, Sportskeeda, who is Paul Harrell? This is Sportskeeda. Not too many majors articles on here. Interesting. Here, let's do Times Now News. Paul Harrell, YouTuber and gun rights activist, died. A renowned gun rights activist and firearm expert passed away Tuesday. The announcement came shortly after Harrell's brother released a video indicating that his time was running short. Harrell had over 1 million YouTube subscribers. In July 2023, Harrell announced his diagnosis of stage 2 pancreatic cancer. Paul Harrell, a renowned gun rights activist and firearm expert with over... Wait a minute. That's the same damn... It's not the exact same... It is the exact same paragraph. This is the announcement. Okay, so the news was shared by fellow YouTuber Tom Grieve, who posted on X, "I just learned and was given permission to share that Paul had passed. A true lion of men, a paragon of integrity, a gun dad of the internet, and a role model for us all. May he continue to inspire and call us to be better and do more. Rest in peace." So rest in peace, Paul Harrell. Thank you for letting me know that amazing disgrace. Appreciate it. All right. I got 10 minutes left, so let's just give you a list of some of the articles we got going. Wait, why did I say that name? Which name is that? You mean Paul Harrell? Oh, I see. His videos were pretty good. Now I might have to go back and watch some. I haven't seen them. Battle. Did he try and shoot cancer? No. Come on, AD. Come on. Sensitive. All right, just some other headlines. Apparently, we've been talking a lot about illegal border crossers. Well, the Biden-Harris administration has negotiated bus passage through Mexico for migrants using the CB1 asylum application. They're just totally front-loading all these asylum applications so that these people don't have to come through the border illegally, and instead it's amazing to me where they're taking asylum applications from, first of all, because there's no wars or anything like that going on in some of these places. They're just basically saying, you can come on down. Like, the dude on The Price is Right. The latest development between the Biden and Harris administration and the government of Mexico on the immigration front will see migrants provided busing from 2 southern Mexico cities to the United States border. So they're just gonna, you don't have to get in that walking caravan. We'll just send a bus down there for your ass, and then you can come across, and we'll process you. Look, we're making it easy for you to come into our country illegally. I mean, what? The plan will provide the migrants headed to the United States with meals and security during travel from the 2 cities to the U.S. destination where the migrants' asylum appointments are scheduled under the CBP1 application. The government of Mexico's National Institute of Migration announced the new program in a Spanish language notice issued on Saturday, referring to the initiative as, quote, secure emerging mobility corridor. They're giving a not just a path to citizenship, but they're giving him a path to citizenship. Holy shit. The two departure cities in southern Mexico will be Villahermosa, Tabasco. Oh, that's Villahermosa, Tabasco, and Tapachula, Chiapas. Okay, so obviously I do not know my Mexican. Would that be geography? Yeah, kind of. States. The Mexican government just announced that they will start providing bus rides with police and military escorts to illegal immigrants heading to the U.S. border. Thank you, Borders R. Harris. Way to go. Way to fucking go. Nice job. That's a path to citizenship. Like a path, a bus path, a road to citizenship. By the way, report the Daily Caller, migrants make up roughly 75% of arrests in Midtown Manhattan, according to an estimate. I wonder who made that estimate. Hello, Annalyn. Migrants reportedly make up roughly 75% of Midtown Manhattan, and a large bulk of other New York City neighborhoods, according to the New York Post. Illegal migrants and other foreign nationals living in the shelters are flooding New York City's criminal justice system, according to law enforcement sources who spoke anonymously with the Post. These migrants are being arrested for robbery, assault, domestic violence, and other crimes across the city. I would say about 75% of the arrests in Midtown Manhattan are migrants, mostly for robberies, assaults, domestic incidents, and selling counterfeit items, a Midtown officer stated to the Post. The source explained that that number is estimated because you can't be 100% sure they're migrants unless you arrest them in a shelter or they're dumb enough to give you their shelter address. But no, crime is down under the Biden administration because they don't report it all. So that's a happy-go-lucky note to talk about. Also, PRM. Oh, this is interesting too. I saw this yesterday. Was this yesterday? I think. So this is an agency, a bureau, and a State Department bureau that fosters global illegal migration. And it's called the Department's Bureau of Population, Refugees, and Migration. Now, if you've never heard of this, oh boy. It's remarkable how many well-informed conservative foreign policy strategists have never even heard of the State Department's Bureau of Population, Refugees, and Migration. Even those who closely follow immigration and border issues rarely understand the role PRM, which is the acronym, plays in accommodating and promoting a worldwide movement of illegal migrants. PRM should not be confused with the State Bureau of Consular Affairs, which is in charge of issuing visas to foreigners who to enter the United States and is known as Foggy Bottom as CA. Because so many interest groups constantly want more visas to be issued, CA gets a fair share of scrutiny from the media, lobbyists, and members of Congress. The PRM Bureau has nothing to do with visas. So it often flies under the conservative policy radar. So this, the consular affairs, they get scrutiny, but the PRM, the Bureau of Population, Refugees, and Migrations, does not. PRM manages, along with DHS, the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program under Biden-Harris. PRM currently resettles around 125,000 refugees annually. Trump had cut its admissions down to 15,000. While 125,000 a year is not an insignificant number of admissions, and Biden-Harris wants it to massively grow, the figure is still a small potatoes compared to the millions of illegal and quasi-legal migrants that this administration has admitted into the country. Thus, even more consequential than PRM's refugee admissions is the Bureau's diplomatic support and international grant giving. They're giving grants to the worldwide, quote, irregular, end quote, migration industry. PRM doles out around $4 billion annually, mainly to establishment international organizations such as the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, the International Organization for Migration, IOM, and the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC. These multilateral organizations funded by Washington do more than manage refugee and displaced persons. They are the juggernaut of today's open border ideology, taking resources from donor governments to promote concepts that chip away and undermine national borders while advancing a global right to migrate. So these guys, we have an agency in the Department of Homeland Security spending $4 billion a year promoting just migrants moving freely wherever they want to go. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'll let you can read the rest for more about it, but it'll be in the links today. And so that's interesting. Let's see. Legal insurrection. Tennessee shooters. Oh, they finally got the Tennessee Shooters Manifesto out there, and apparently this person hates white people and Christianity. And by the way, this white female who pretending to be a male. Tennessee Stars published all 90 pages of Audrey Hale's journal, which shows her motive for shooting up the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee on March 27, 2023. Hale killed 6 people, including 3 children. We've all speculated why this shooting disappeared, and authorities never assigned a motive. Hale's journal proves it. She hates whiteys and Christianity. I made a euphemism. On January 16, 2023, Hale wrote, quote, "I can't wait to see you again, Sid. I'll see you at the Golden Gates." The date appears again in other entries. On March 13th, 2023, Hale wrote in her journal, "2 more weeks. Thank fuck I plan to die. Plan in mind." So she knew she's going to go out, get taken out, or she took herself out. Hale also expressed hope that her massacre would make Eric and Dylan, the boys who killed many at Columbine High School, proud. Wow. She's again, copycat. They promote this shit. She mentioned school in February. Covenant was closed yesterday. I guessed it was because of the weather. Hale claimed to be transgender, writing her name Aiden on the front cover. She wrote over and over about the pain of being in the wrong body. Hale yearned for an interracial relationship, claiming no brown girls, no love. 2 names appeared many times in the journal, Sydney and Paige. Many pages included hearts with PAP inside of them, but blah, blah, blah. So anyway, if you want to get more detail, they have a link to the actual publication that disseminated that piece of shit. In PJ Media, Harris's new trick to avoid reporters backfires spectacularly. Stealth presidential candidate Kamala Harris tried out a new way to avoid taking questions from the press this weekend, but she gave the game away by trying just a little too hard. You might already have seen the video of Harris this weekend stepping out of Car Force 2, or whatever they call the car she's in, at Joint Base Andrews on her way to catch a flight to Detroit, but there's more to it than you might have noticed in that 25-second clip. In case you didn't see the clip, here's the clip on C-SPAN. Well, okay. All right, y'all saw that now, right? Going straight to the plane. She's getting on the plane. She has a phone in her hand. She's pretending to be busy. So there's something weird going on, but I'll get to that in a moment. The press is shouting questions at her, but gosh darn it, Harris is just too busy on the phone to answer any right now, as much as she'd clearly love to. Really, you can tell because she has a phone and bright white earbuds with a bright white wire. You have to be blind not to see how terribly and importantly busy she is right now on her brick-thick secure phone. She must be talking with someone more important than anyone in the press, like George Clooney or whoever her cabal cutout is, who issues her daily instructions to her. Now, some folks on X pointed out a couple of things that don't quite add up. One is that nobody uses wired headphones any longer, and the other is that nobody has a cell phone with a headphone jack these days. Well, she might have an older phone. She might have a government-issued phone, which is always behind, but I digress. Information is hard to come by, but I can't imagine a secure phone could use Bluetooth earbuds and stay secure. Wired headphones or earbuds would seem to be a must. So that part, if nothing else, passes the sniff test. If anything, see, I told you. Readers out there, if any readers out there know for sure, I'd love to hear from you. But one detail does not pass the sniff test, though. And you can see it at the 8-second mark. Harris, earbuds in her ears, lifts the phone up to her ears as if to talk to someone that she isn't already talking to through her earbuds. Didn't notice it the first time. Well, whatever. So, look, she didn't want to talk to media because she can't. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk to you about? Look, there's some other articles. I'll get to those in the thing. I want to talk about. I'm going to finish with Kamala Harris's greens recipe. Now, this seems a little strange, right? Why we talk about this? Let me find this here. Let's see. Kamala Harris greens. Let's see if I can find her talking about her greens recipe, because this is kind of wild. Oh, there it is. She's up here talking about her greens recipe. Let's watch this, and we're gonna finish with this. Let me cut and paste that. I'm gonna put it right in the front too of the links today, because this is I saw this early this morning while I was at work, or I was listening to it, and there's something about this that has me questioning. Not me, questioning her. Here we go. Here's Kamala Harris. I think she's somewhere in Georgia. Talking about some collard greens. Okay? And I hope this is the whole clip. She's talking about her collard greens recipe. Here it is.
I have a friend who had a Christmas party, Christmas Eve every year, and she asked me to make the greens for her party every year.
Did she now? That's interesting. But I have questions. Because we're going to get through this. Because I make greens. Okay, I make greens, and it wasn't something I did growing up. My grandmother made greens. My grandmother, a descendant of American chattel slavery, made greens in the house back in the day. So I learned a few things from her. But listen to this.
And I am not lying to you that I...
Now, if someone has to tell you I am not lying to you, they're probably lying. But I digress.
Would make so many greens that I'd need to wash them in the bathtub. I'm telling.
Okay. This part especially about her washing greens in the bathtub. There ain't nobody black in America that does anything about washing the greens in the bathtub. Maybe that's some shit you did in India, but not in America. Because black people are very particular about how and what touches their foods, and I'm sorry, that ain't it. But that's not even the part that gets to me. I'm gonna keep going here.
Telling you the truth.
Again, she has to tell you that I'm telling you the truth because she's probably not telling you the truth. Also, look, I'm just curious because I make, like, usually when I make greens at Thanksgiving, I make the entire Thanksgiving meal in my house, and when I make. And I use collard greens, and I use a ham hock, and I do all this stuff, whatever. I make enough greens so not only can I feed all 12 to 14 people we have at our house all the time, every year on Thanksgiving, but also enough so they can all take some home. So I make a giant old 24-quart pot of collard greens. I don't have to wash the greens in the bathtub. How big is this party she's making greens for? I can wash them all in the sink. And cut them and cook them right there in my little corner of my kitchen. You don't have to. I don't know how much greens do you have to be making to wash them in the bathtub? Also, in a nasty ass bathtub that people have been washing their ass in. Did you sanitize the bathtub first? Did you spray it with Clorox bleach and water first? How are you gonna clean greens in a bathtub? That's nasty. Clean them in your sink. You wash your sink, you scrub out your sink, a little soft scrub with bleach, and then you clean that out and wash that out, and you wash them in the sink. Sanity. Who's washing anything in the bathroom? Bathrooms are nasty, period. But Again, she says, I'm telling you the truth, which means she's lying.
I'm telling you the truth.
So how do you make your greens?
Now, here we go. How do you make your greens? Something actually caught me. Something actually caught me when she starts talking about how she made her greens. So here we go.
Put turkey in them. Do you
Bacon.
Put nice. My grandma
I do
used to put
bacon.
She's put
Garlic.
Okay. Bacon, garlic, white vinegar. She's kind of on track here. Although I gotta tell you, this sounds like a recipe she got on all recipes online. To be honest with you, I'll either use ham hock, I'll use smoked ham hocks, I'll use smoked pork hock, but let's listen. Some use turkey wings, sure. I got you.
I put white vinegar. I do. So I slice up my garlic.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. No onions? Got to put some onions in there too. Because look, I'll say it afterwards.
But no, first I chop up the bacon and get all that fat going.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put garlic, some chili peppers, and then a lot of
Yes.
water
Oh,
and
my
some
goodness.
little
Oh,
chicken
yes.
stock,
Oh,
and I let
yes.
it go for a while.
Now, if you're using bacon and you cooked up the bacon, you fried up the bacon first and get the grease going, and what's the purpose of letting it go for a while? Right? You want it to seep in your stock so that when you get the greens in there, you get that flavor, right? So, she's kind of on track here. But I prefer, I'll use a hock. I'll have some onion in there. I'll put some fresh garlic in there. Maybe some thyme, a fresh thyme or whatever, and get that going. Listen though.
Before I put the greens in.
Yes, yes. Okay, so she learned that, and she got the right recipe, kind of.
Right, so you get that going and all that flavor, and then I put the greens in for a couple hours.
A couple hours? You're gonna put the greens in for a couple hours? So look, here's what I do. Okay, if I'm using fresh hocks, I'll put all the seasonings and whatever in there and let that go for about an hour because you want that water to get the stock and get the bone, flavor in there. You get everything in there, right? But if you leave greens in the water for a couple hours, basically you want your greens to cook for maybe 45 minutes to an hour because you don't want them to get all mushy, right? You don't want them to get super mushy, so you get them down to they're cooked through, but you don't want to you put them in a couple hours, you're going to have mush coming out of that pot. You got to turn that heat off after about 45 minutes to an hour for the greens themselves, but they will absorb the flavor of all the, the juice and meat and seasoning and stuff. I'm just a couple hours. Now, she also says something here. I didn't hear it yet. Maybe she says it at the end.
Yeah.
Then I do vinegar, and then I cheat and do a little Tabasco.
Now,
Okay.
Yeah, but Tabasco of all, like I like Louisiana hot sauce, but Tabasco has that right amount of vinegar. Yeah, and that's how I do my green.
okay, so first of all, very few self-respecting black people are going to use Tabasco. They're going to either use Louisiana. They might use some Crystal hot sauce. They might even use some Frank's Red Hot. But, that's the other part of this too, though. Did she say about her grandmother? Yeah, she got the recipe from her grandmother.
I see why you get invited every year.
Somewhere along the line, she said something about she got the recipe from her grandmother.
I have a friend who had a Christmas party.
Did she say it at the
every
beginning?
year, and she asked me to make the greens for a party every year. And I am not lying to you that I would make so many greens that
Okay,
I
maybe
need
they
to
cut
wash
that
them
part
in the
off.
bathtub. I'm telling you the truth.
So how do you make your greens? Do you put turkey in them? Do you
Bacon.
Put nice. My grandma.
I
Oh,
do
that
bacon.
guy's always like, Oh, there it is. My grandmother used to put bacon.
She puts
Garlic.
vinegar.
I put
Oh, that's the woman they're saying. Okay. So, I was trying to figure out where did Kamala Harris learn to make greens? And I was thinking maybe, because maybe it's a family recipe she learned. But then I thought, wait a minute, no, because her mother's from India. But they do make greens in Jamaica. But Jamaica, they tend to put like, they use a different kind. They don't use I can't remember the name of the kind of greens they use, but it's different, a little bit different than collard greens. But sometimes they'll substitute collard greens. But in Jamaica, they'll use like a little bit of habanero pepper, and definitely fresh thyme and some other stuff. And I'm thinking, because where did Kamala Harris learn to make greens? She probably, if she did learn it, she probably learned it from someone in college, because she grew up in an Indian household. Her mother was Indian. She didn't live with her Jamaican father. They weren't making Jamaican food, because I'm sure, Mama was cooking. And then Mama took her to Montreal, Canada, so she went around black people. So maybe when she went to Howard University, someone said, "Oh, here's how you make greens, whatever." But this just sounds like something she looked up online and got something from All Recipes with the bacon and stuff. Because it's like, if you look online for greens recipes, a lot of times they'll say use bacon. But I'm still, this whole thing about her cleaning greens in the bathtub. Someone up here said, what do you say, booty hole greens? Where is it? I saw it up there when it went by. Oh, someone used oxtail too. Yeah, that'd be good too. Manuel Presley booty hole greens. I'm just laughing at this shit. So, who knows? Maybe, in college, someone finally, showed her how to make greens. But that's not some traditional Indian thing. And if they, maybe when she went to Jamaica to visit family Jamaica, they made they have a whole different name for it there. I can't remember the name. But, callaloo, that's it. Yes, Jamaicans don't eat collards. They have callaloo. Exactly. So, Jamaican-style greens, onion, garlic, thyme, diced Scotch bonnet. Yeah, and a lot of times you can use a habanero in place of Scotch bonnet. Sometimes corned beef. I looked up recipes this morning just because of this while I was working. I was like, if she learned it from her grandmother, but it was the other lady said from her grandmother. But clearly, Kamala Harris is, I'll just say she's full of crap because she washes her greens in the bathtub. So there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I do have to go. I appreciate y'all joining me today on the Morning Night Live. I'm here Monday through Friday, as you know, here on the same P-Dog Night channel, and eventually I'll be going on multiple channels again. I needed to, I'm still having the computer problems, but I do want to thank you for joining me today. If you have a moment before you go, be sure to hit the like button. Share the stream after the show, not just before, but after the show. And if you are so inclined, you can always sponsor the show. Today's superstar sponsor of the day is Avocados Diablo with a big 446. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. Way to go. And that's it. I appreciate it. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, I hate it when this happens. Give me a minute. I can't even leave because Google is messing with me again. It's just so annoying. What the hell? I can't send you the links until this happens. So, all right, here we go. Fix that. Every once in a while, I go set the tab so I can send you the links today. And Google messes me up and makes me sign in every time and verify that I am me on my computer that I use every day for this show. So I just fixed it. Here's today's links. 2 days. I figured out that I can do this before the end of the show, and then you get them. Then I know you get them. All right, there you go. There's today's links. Thanks, everybody. I got to go. My name's P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. And fuck Google. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thanks for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.